stuff is happening this place, and I had to actually just, well, I have to delete it, sorry, but we did pull out some Lenormand cards here. The reason I start with Gemini between of these is because I have a friend who is Gemini, and Scorpio moon. She's been through a lot, and the only way, like I said to her, the only way I can help, the way I can, is by telling your stories. Or story, yeah. She's in her 50s now. She's just a few years older than me. And her life is now tougher than ever. Europe prices are now 60% off. And one of the reasons I want to do whatever I can to help her is because she is an earth angel, and she have sacrificed so many opportunities in life because you cannot bring your dogs, so she saved 2 dogs. She's like me, she loves to care for street animals, or when it comes to the animals in general, we both are on the side where we will do, I also crossed just to save the life of 3 kittens. And I've gone through many things, many tears, and last year I went into a fight here because of a puppy. And I've asked about her bank details. Hopefully she will bring them to me so you can help her. I will tell more and more about her story on a separate channel or separate video. I think we should listen to people's stories a little bit more, because we do have some incredible stories to tell. Her heart is of gold. Anyway, I will tell more about her later. This is a general read. Okay, chaps? So I'm going to go over what I had for you here with the little deck. They all have 3 things to read from, so that's pretty cool. In regards to my sister, she will get her own separate read, and like I said, if you want to help her, hopefully she can give me her bank account details eventually. Also, if you want to help me or the street dogs here in Kathmandu, you can donate my PayPal account. I would appreciate that. I am abundant, but it's really cool to get my own office, so I could start up well, I have a dream, and that is to bring magic back to this world. People forgot magic, and I bring magic back by telling stories. I've been through the publishing, teaching people about magic. Unfortunately, the equipment I need is basic. We all need that. And I want to go home. Yes? Alright. So that was a large intro. It's been a while since I did any tarot, so I lost a little bit, but the cards are pretty clear here. There are weeds in your life, people or situation that you no longer need, and you get rid of them or that. Okay, some of you are standing at crossroads now. If you pick the correct path, the path that can give you grounding, you will get the help from someone who cares a lot about you. romantically, or a family member. It could be Cancerian or a Scorpio. There is a huge transformational process in you, and that can have something to do with the journey you have ahead of you. Something is about to come to an end soon, but there is also a guy here, a guy or a girl. I'm just going to not gender specify. He's got a dark mind, not because he's evil necessarily, but I sense that he can be very warm and then all of a sudden fall into some kind of depression. I also sense Mercury energy in regards to the Gemini, Virgo. That specific card could contain anything from a lover to a lover you need to get away from. Even if they smile as cute as they do here, it's very possible also that they bring a gift. I'm also being shown here with Taurus energy specifically, combined High Priestess, that if someone gives you a generous gift, be quiet about it. Alright? As soon as people find out that you're loaded, they will start to milk you like a cow. I know that. So I am in a country now where I'm classified as abundant. I'm good at manifesting things, but if I chose abundant, I would be freezing my ass off right now. I would be an over, right? I would have proper gear for my stuff. I would be able to afford a rehab. And so abundant, yes. I got jewelry, I have food, I have a warm bed, I'm fine. I got beautiful stuff. But freezing your ass off, that's not abundance. That's not abundance. So I'd be forced to invest in that. And when that's said, you have the break here. I got a clear message that some of you could have a little kitchen with you. If you're looking for extra work, I always say that you could make couches from home and put them up on Etsy. Now you can also make free stuff from Etsy. So always, wherever I go, I have this little witch's cauldron here. Of course, there is a lid, right? So it's pretty cute. If you want to have a business, try to think small instead of big. People say think big, but there's something about that doesn't feel right, because you need to take small steps. And while you take those small steps and you obsess with that little thing, because a seed is not big, and you can't wait till it's 100 years old. But you can wait for as long as you can see how great it becomes. Some trees grow faster, some don't. In a country like Nepal, you can get these for a pretty good penny. This you can also find in Spain. Not necessarily this type, but this much. If you live in area, there are many herbs and plants that go for free. If you know how to crochet, you can make a little bag. Here I have saffron. Here I have small magical items. The dice is something I use instead of tarot cards sometimes. Find out an astrological position. 9 can refer to hermit. Usually I like to use 2 dices or 3 dices so I can be more on point. Also, I always have rosemary. I sometimes burn in one of these. So it's like smudgy, smells good, depends on the situation. I don't know why I'm showing you this Gemini. I just had a feeling. We have a kitchen witch here. I also carry with me some stuff. This is, I think it's azurite it's called. It's the blue one. The blue stones were carried by the god, according to the Navajo and these guys. Sometimes you can get these Palo Santos in portions. And to craft your own little tiny witch's bag, you can also make them very easy if you have a sewing machine like this. You don't even have to put this one on. You can find tiny little buttons. I'm not going to comment on this part, but embroidery for me is easy. But there's so many things that people can do. And if you, because Gemini also, you're a seller, Gemini, you could sell, you know, from 10 to billions of these tiny pouches. And remember to charge everything in advance or cleanse them in advance. So you don't sell people like this stone. I kept this for a while. Before I sell it, I will be honest to say I kept it, but I also cleansed it and I charge it and describe how you did it. Be honest, all right? Don't cheat people. That's the worst thing to do for your business. Even if they never found out, the universe will know. Okay, so that's a small business trip for those of you who want to have a side hustle. And like I see here, we have a little witch here, our beautiful Geminis. And then we have the herbs on the side. These specific herbs mean good luck, and you can also eat them, also known as clover. So a lot of herbs you can decorate on food, etc., etc. All right, so let's move on to your Celtic cross. The cards are finished shuffled, so been waiting for you for some time now. So what's going on here now? Justice will be served. You might have to call in the justice department, but it seems to me that whatever you're doing now, you need patience here. Like I told you when I talked about the tree. Yeah, you're allowed to think big, but in my experience, try, because it's like training a muscle. If you want to go to the gym and get a bigger biceps, you do not start with 100 kilo. You start with maybe 5 kilo. And sometimes that's enough. The muscle will grow anyway if you're a woman, you know. For men, 10 kilo you can do easily. If I can do it, you can do it, right? And so eventually you add on the weights. So when you get so used to manifest that blue dress, all of a sudden your entire room is filled with blue dresses and blue stuff. Try to look at the rainbow and think, okay, I manifest the blue dress. And then take some time to think, how can I dance? But I would still stick to the blue dress on your path. Blue dress is my concept, by the way. Blue dress is just an example for you. It could be a red jacket, and it has to be something about jacket that speaks to you, right? It could be a very special yellow teddy bear, you know. It could be I would go as far as a car. I never owned a car, so for me to manifest a car that means I need to train my muscle a little bit in that area. So maybe I should start manifesting wheels first, you know? Actually, I did own a car once with someone, but that's another story. So when I said small step first, I meant this because you start with the seed, you put it in the soil, and it's not like it's going to be a giant redwood tree the day after filled with all sorts of roots. Some trees, they need time. Some trees, they are quick. The willow tree is very useful, and it doesn't take many years before it's really big. From the willow tree, you can make authentic dream catchers. You can build baskets. You can build bow and arrow. They are very useful, and you can also multiply them and even sell them. All right, the babies from the willow tree. So I'm a little on the business side here today. Maybe my influence is from Capricorn. Some of you might feel that you are completely in analysis now. You don't know where to go. You are at the crossroads. But wherever you are, I don't see the government here. But you need to see through the swords. 7 of inspiration in reverse. Here you're coming out as the victim. Victim of what? Well, it could be brutality, some kind of physical brutality, verbal abuse, someone around you use the cold, the silence treatment. This is also an abuse. And you seem defenseless. 2 of voices, that is you finding it hard to make a decision, gems. 7 of voices, someone was catched in your far past by doing something illegal. They were caught, okay? Maybe you were caught doing something illegal, but it is that specific situation which have brought you into the situation where you are now. You are advised to find someone who can help you out in regards to the situation called justice. Someone have probably taken something from you illegally. However, sometimes we can't say anything. Today I went to police walking and I went to them. But the guy was walking me and he tried to sell me all kinds of drugs. And because I didn't say China and threaten him, I was rather sarcastic and like that should be enough. Clearly that wasn't enough. Here in say China, someplace you need to say fuck off and sometimes you have to scream. Here I always bring my stick, my walking stick, and I don't use it to walk with. Not only do I keep hair so it sticks out from the side. So if you are biking me so close that you will harm me, you are the one who will fall off your bike. Okay? That's how, maybe it's not an ethical thing to do, but in my opinion, an ethical thing to do, no matter how many people you are, keep a minimum distance. If I am hugging the wall, you should respect that there is a stripe there and you drive there. So the stick is here. Also, if someone comes close to me, I can ask the police. He saw them and so he would run. So the police just left. If he had left, I would have to maybe use the stick, right? And I do see domestic violence here, some form of violence. Sometimes you should maybe pick that thing up, take off what's on that broom. Maybe you are in need of a stick too. Learn how to use it and don't be afraid to use it. Let's say you have an aggressive dog. Your small dog. We don't like to harm animals, but sometimes you need to be the alpha. The other way around. Or you'll get bitten or your dog will be harmed, right? So I'm bringing up a direct situation for something that happened to my friend now also. My darling friend, you may need to find your own stick. And you should feel free to use it. However, be very careful. It must be an obvious attempt, like if someone's stalking you, like the guy here who would grab me, start kissing me. I filmed him. So I have proof that will get him into jail. I didn't have to use the stick. Right? So film it. The stick is only if. The Hermit in reverse now says that there are issues for you in regards to basically finding. It could either meaning over isolation, that you're afraid of going out. Because here you see you need that sunshine, alright? So the Hermit here, she lives a little bit of a dream. All she has is that tree, right? Some people are masters into that degree. They can train up the body into not being able to feed or drink. They turn into breatharians. And that is our final goal if we want to. The fifth density, breatharian is the stuff, okay? A lot of stagnation here for you. Some of you, I get that some of you possess something that you're not aware of. Some of you have a treasure hidden somewhere, something you have the right to, but you're not aware of it. And the Jester said, Carl has said, use the research to find a way. There are free lawyers out there who could give you advices. Also, I get that tell your story and aim on those people who take. I also see, like for emotions, there are two people almost kissing each other, and that woman, she's overthinking this. So sometimes it can represent a lost opportunity in love also. You do have the Queen of Wands, your outcome here, which is just wonderful. You are somehow going to get back on your feet. But You know, basically you can get almost anything in the world depending on how you present the situation. Like I said, as talked about a little bit earlier, a really shitty seller is the one, the moment you walk in the door, their eyes are on you. That is threatening because we're animals, just like for a cat and for a dog. We are no different. People are doing that. It's uncomfortable. And then you know when you step your foot into that shop, it's a lovely shop, but you know that you will have someone who will start create friction in your energies, and that's draining. And most of us, really, the best tactic is to make the shop itself so presentable, so beautiful. Even lure them, have a table there so they can sit down. Don't make it so comfortable that all of a sudden you have 100 people, but make it so inviting that people want to remain in the shop, walk around. Oh my God, a beautiful tree. And let the things alone and the atmosphere in the shop do the talking. And don't hang out stuff which is full of shit. Or you haven't ironed the clothes. That's also a background I had. I had hardcore training in the field. And that's St. Moritz is one of the world's biggest clothes chains, right? So if you need to go somewhere or you need help with something, you sell your story. Right? But if you do like many beggars do, it's the way they beg. Madam, they guilt trip you and they suck you out of energy. And it's a horrible thing to say, but you rather want to give them a slap in the face than help them. Because let's face it, humans are horrible. There are very few people who actually are. According to a guy I watched today, there are about 20% who are awake. And there are 20% who are dark because they took upon them, or what you call evil, who took upon them that task to keep the scales in balance. And then you have the in-between, which would be about 60% who now soon there will be a choice for them. Do you want to move on to the next level, or do you want to continue being within the comfort zone, which is really not that comfortable, which is, I don't know how it's going to be like, because seeing the future today, especially today, that's why predicting the future is a little bit difficult, because we jump timelines so often, and when we see the future, we only see maybe one timeline when there are billions of timelines which are optional to us, and you are a part of manifesting them, sir and madam. So you have the world here. So you could be somewhere very far away from home, far. There is a sadness to your situation which has reached a climax. Some of you are walking a path now somewhere Um, I can't really put my finger on it. Um, but what I get here is try to manifest roses. Manifest roses. Follow growth. What I feel that, you know, I have a specific deal for Vivian birds, which includes crows and giant raven. I don't have a deal with the black and white ones, although they are very nice. They are not part of the shadow tribe, you know. So when the ravens come, usually they say, you know, it's time to move, leave, or hit the road, Jack. Or they could also come and warn me about something. You can make a deal with the highest one, spirit, whatever you believe in, and say that every time you can write it down, give to the universe, you burn it up, say a prayer. And that could be one of your manifestation techniques, is every time I see a rose, either a picture or especially if it's there alive, it have a meaning like I'm on the right path, for example. If there is a rose on each side, ask yourself which one would be the one you would pick. I don't pick them usually unless it's for a sacrifice or something like that, instead of blood sacrifice. Because if you pick a flower, it will die much faster. Okay? And if you ask the flower, it would prefer to be exactly where it is. Yeah, I'm not sensitive. But if someone comes with a bouquet of roses to me, I won't hit them. But there is about a path here. I feel there's something about the south, that you should head south right now. Don't know where I get this idea from, maybe because it's showing me two suns. Like I get twin suns. Twins, something about the twins. Here we have again him. There is someone here in the outcome. Yeah, head south again, where the succulents can grow and live free. Like where I live now, it's a semi-desert, so succulents, they are not dependent on a lot of rainwater. So I get that there could be something for you south if you are planning on traveling, leaving somewhere for when you're not sure. The cards show that it's maybe time that you should travel and stay, you know, because there is something, a habit here that you attracted the same kind of people who beats you with a stick, who maybe threatens you even with murder, is what I get. Someone will try to come after you, and they will say things to you which are either vicious, malicious, or simply and also untrue. Don't listen to them. If someone are coming, listen to the one who is slow, down to earth, who doesn't brag about all they have done in their life. When you finally start moving, things start to go fast. I know many hippies, they don't have cars. I have seen many hippies who have a simple bike. And I was thinking so much about my friend yesterday. It would be so lovely if someone could donate a bike to her. And you know what we put the kids in? Fill it up with a tent, sleeping bag, go south where it's warm. And the dogs would love it, you know, the exercise. They would pull the... And I thought about doing it myself many times. However, I wanted to do it many times for fun and for the exercise. I have the driver's license. But if I were in her situation right now, I would for seriously invest in a bike, ask around, tell about my situation. We call it a jungle telegraph, as many people know it. They would donate their bike, donate something like a two-wheeler to have back on the bike, and then off you go, you know, to wherever. We have people who've been biking around the world. And I used to be a hardcore biker, and I biked my entire life, and I was very serious. And I said, you know, no, nothing can stop me from going to Spain. I have my bike ready, you know. Anyway, that's just one way of traveling. If you haven't thought of it before, think about it. We have beautiful roses again. So if you are waiting for someone to give you an offer, there's a difference between two people here. One would be very young, almost childlike, childish and responsible with money. Don't wait for them. There is one you can meet here, which is older, minimum 30 and up, maybe early 40s. They are slow, they are serious with the help. They can get you far and fast. This sometimes myself, I design the same car, like the car. I designed this cart myself, but instead of horses and chariots, I put a Mustang, as in the horse, but a car, Mustang, American car, just to show that, well, okay, you know, it's going to go fast from here, you know. If you do not fix the situation you are in now, because now I see the analysis paralysis situation, you might be deprived of more financial resources. Unfortunately, it's like that. Let's see if there are any words of advices here. Check the Tarot de la Bruja. Is that Tarot de las Brujas? Okay. So stay away from drama. Stay away from drama. If someone wants to argue with you, just stay away from them. This is the weed you need to chop off your life. Okay. So Gemini, I hope some of my advices are at any kind of help for you. We are living tough times. Nothing is set of stone. Stay away from media that talks about financial collapses, that talks about another pandemic. Stay away from it. Where focus goes and it flows. Gemini, I love you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by to my channel. I would be very grateful if you like and subscribe. And without that, or outside that, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Whenever you see this, it's all synchronized based, so it might be blood summer when you see it. Love you much, Gemini. And for those of you who really, really need this, you have all my love and best of luck. And for those of you who feel that you're sitting in the seat now at business class, be grateful for that. Never take anyone or anything for granted.